This is Point Black, coming in hardcore and giving you more. This is PBNN, Point Black, National News, the late edition. You know what I'm saying? Coming with that heat from the street and coming with that flow straight from the barrio. This is how we rolling. Don't care who watching. You know what I'm saying? Because this is PBNN, Point Black, National News, the late edition. Chewies. So we've got to watch what's going on today. Make sure we have plenty of understanding as to what it is we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying, out here in the drizzly. You know what I mean? And making it happen. Because this is the heat from the motherfucking street. You know what I'm saying? PBNN, Point Black. Again, National News. Now we see today, we got my man Fauci. You know, Fauci line. You know what I'm saying? As usual. Fauci saying he if he didn't get the vaccine, which is to me nothing but salt and water if you ask me, saying he had side effects, you know what I mean? Salt and water maybe, you know what I'm saying? Telling the people to take, you know, whatever vaccines they can get, like the Johnson & Johnson, Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Bill Gates said that it works real good. Facts. Works real good. People need to do more research into the vaccines, you know what I'm saying, of your choice. You know, and at the same time, you know, you have to make those choices for yourself. You know, make your own choice, not what they say. You know what I mean? Maybe this one, that one, but, you know, just make your own choice. That's the main thing. So you got to watch everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Because Bill Gates said the Johnson & Johnson joint is working real good. You know what I mean? So we see how important the Johnson is. You know, people are running for vaccines. Johnson & Johnson is here. You know, this is a Bill Gates vaccine. He says it works real good. You know, it'll help. And a lot of people need to understand that. The Bill Gates special. You know what I mean? Fauci said if you are allergic to any ingredients in the vaccine, then wait for another one. You know what I'm saying? If you're allergic to any of the stuff in the vaccine, you should wait for the other one. You know what I mean? Fauci said that. You know what I mean? So you should wait for the other one. Fauci, when, you know, deals with Fauci said when he deals with a situation, well, this is Fauci saying it, I guess, when you deal with a situation with when you deal with a situation with an intervention, when you deal with a situation in an intervention, as rare as it might be, okay, Fauci saying you can't assure someone that they won't have allergic reactions, which is understandable and true. Fauci, thank you. Doing a good job. You know what I mean? But I think you just need to let go of that position, like, come on, you've been there too long. We on to you. We on to you. I see reluctance. I see reluctance. A lot of reluctance might be going on out there here and there. I see some reluctance. I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? And nobody should. Because if you are, then you are not basing anything on the understanding of this person choice, because reluctance, that is a choice. You know what I'm saying? Which is a reflection of a broader America society, of a broader American or American society, with more than 500,000 lives lost in the U.S. Saying some people, you know what I'm saying, they say they saying some people, they say, have been convinced by baseless conspiracy theories. So, what is corona? I'm asking. You know what I mean? They say a lot of people are being convinced by baseless, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theories. So, what is corona? Uh-huh. Theory, I guess they say, theory spreading on social, theories being spread on social media, you know what I'm saying, that the vaccine are a form of social control, sociological control involving implants of microchips and all that other stuff. So if the people are not being spreading this type of rumor, what you have to do is you have to prove it to them that that's not true. That's a simple thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Just prove that it's not true. That the microchips or whatever the people are saying is in these vaccines, it's not there. That's a good thing to do. What's wrong with proving your point? And then the people won't say that no more. You know what I mean? You have to prove it. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? Well, that should not stand in their way. But there are choices, especially them that defend our nation, who put their life on the line. Even when you regular Americans and regular people like I and so on are not on that battlefield, they are. So we have got to look at this carefully and keep a check on Biden's executive plans of immigration also. You know what I'm saying? Jumping subject. His immigration plan needs, it really needs a permanent solution. And that's facts. Biden to me had no plan, for border control. To me, no more than using it to set up Donald J. Trump. Now we see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good old bad lover. Mm-hmm. Now, jumping subject again. Como wants a independent investigation. You know what I'm saying? He needs one for COVID-19. And how did it get into New York? He knows long before everyone did. So we need an independent investigation on that. That's a fact. So why is there a action? Why is there action? Talking. Then, and what was? You know what I'm saying? Because the action that was taken, based on what he was saying, does not add up or shape or form. So what was their action? You know what I'm saying? What was the action taken then, and what was the ship coming into the harbor with the little tugboats and harbor patrol around it, saying the virus was here? All the focus was on them cruise ship. But he was saying it was here long before all of that action went down. And it was people going in and out. No one expected the nursing homes to be infected to the point of a death toll so high This trick must be fully investigated independently. We owe that. We owe that to the seniors. We owe them that much. You know what I mean? So the question I still have is, so the question still, where did the virus come from? I see Hamburg have a theory of their own, but where did the virus come from? Because people did not travel from one hour to every nursing home in New York State. Facts and point blank. So we're going to leave that alone right there where it stands. You know what I'm saying? The question for uh, switching subject to me, the question is for Sharon Nachman and Fauci, because Sarah Nachman is always on News 12 talking about the vaccines. So my question to Sharon Nachman is, um, excuse me, is my question to Sharon Nachman is, wash my nose out with a little nose wash, I'm leaking all the time. The question for me is Sharon Nachman and Fauci, you know what I mean, that I have is how will how will we get to herd immunity when new strains every day and every way, new strains are coming out? How will we get to herd immunity? You know what I'm saying? Herd immunity can only be when the naturalism is achieved. How many vaccines do we need? And then they mentioned something about anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis can be, you know what I mean, it can be in vaccines or different peanuts, and even you could get it from a bee sting too. You know what I mean? Anaphylaxis can come from even a bee sting or certain type of other stuff. How did I see that this would be something that, you know, she wouldn't actually give a good answer to, because people really don't do that much studying, so they wouldn't understand sometimes a lot, but some do, most do, and should understand that. That's called research. You know what I'm saying? But to me, she never gave a good answer about, when it came to side effects, of all the vaccines. So somewhere along the line, somebody's lying somewhere. People need answers, not bullshit. You know what I mean? Especially as fast as the vaccines are moving. You know what I mean? Bill Gates special is here. You know, I see Bill Gates say that Johnson & Johnson was a real good, real good, real good. You know what I mean? We can not just chase vaccines only though. You know what I mean? And they should vaccinate. They shouldn't really, to me, vaccinate pregnant women. But that's my choice, and I don't know why they are. But that's not a good thing to do. You know what I mean? We must get past this vaccine thing, because no one can prove COVID-19, without their test, really. You know what I mean? So if they say you need more, how will you? How would you know? You don't need any more. You see, because the vaccines only last, according to scientific understanding, maybe 3 to 6 months, as Sharon Nachman was saying on News 12, 3 to 6 months, maybe to a year. You know what I mean? Which is true. You know what I mean? That part she's right about. So you're still gonna need another one. Now, when it comes to herd immunity, is when they say, people need to do more research into this, into this matter, so we can get to herd immunity and get past this before rushing to get vaccinated, so you can, make your right decisions. You know what I mean? Sharing, you know, sharing study shows any anaphylactic uh, she shows that in the study there can be that. Saying scientifically that's good that she's mentioning these things and answering these questions because you should ask these questions when you're rolling off a vaccine so fast that people can't keep up. You know what I mean? But the trial is with their people. You need to get more of the general public involved in the trials. This will help to weed out, you know, a lot of the misconstruction because when you do a trial, you don't do it around the regular people. You say you did it and then you tell us. But they should let regular people volunteer for the trials to prove that the vaccine, is safe. Can't just be your trials because we don't see it. You know what I mean? Sorry to say it, but that's the way it is. You know what I mean? Because when you do the trial, it's their people. You know what I mean? And when you look at it, that they seeing, you know, that is good. But a population is another, what, another 80 million people. You know what I'm saying? That's a great, vast population. You know what I mean? So we have to keep our close eye on the study to make sure that things go well for everyone. So she is, to me, somehow telling some truths and not again. You know what I mean? To me, like I said, she also deep state to me anyway. But that's just to me. And that's why I feel she cannot be trusted no more than Como, if you ask me. You know what I mean? No, they, no, they, and not now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I heard they are going to be trying it on babies on the news. Channel 12 News said that they are going to be trying it on babies. I say no good if you ask me because, you know, the baby don't have COVID-19 first of all, and he's free from testing. So, you know, it wouldn't be good to do that. So why vaccinate the babies with the stuff if it is the question. Mothers need to think twice before you make that move. You know, Dr. Aaron needs to prove COVID-19 outside of the testing, and did 500,000 people. Where did they get the virus from? If you ask me, we must prove this in order to get the herd immunity. You know what I'm saying? You can't just even get the herd immunity when you're not proving any points as to where it came from. Not just saying it come from somewhere across seas and then it end up in every nursing home in America. That doesn't make sense because this can be played over and over and over and over again. You know, people need to wake their ass up instead of just instead of saying someone's crazy. That's not the point. The point is understanding protection of the American people. I don't understand what part you don't understand about the sergeant at arms. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So you can play the games that they want to play all they want. But we have a vast variety when you're talking about, 80 billion people and better. 500, 500,000 people got the virus and passed away. We have to come to some kind of grips with that. Just sitting up there saying, I'm ready, and following everything somebody tell you like a fool, just the same way you're looking at yourself saying, I'm crazy. We're talking about someone, think you're talking about someone else. You're really talking completely about yourself somewhere along the line. Because when we break you down and check you out, yeah, to be all crazy, all right. But that's the way people do. You know what I'm saying? Now I see the Mexican president, he's asking for some vaccines down in his deep stateness. We will keep an eye on this situation, because the Mexican people do have to remember the H1N1 incident. So it's important that we understand what's going on out here. Soon as Bill Gates Johnson came out, now they want to do the trials on babies. Okay, mothers, do more research before you make that decision. You know what I'm saying? And That's with most vaccines anyway. When the doctor is going to give you the vaccine, you should ask him to they should give you a sheet as to what's in the vaccine and the makeup. That ain't have nothing to do with just coronavirus vaccines. That has to do with all vaccines. They usually give you a paper telling you the vaccines that they're going to give to you. That's in the hospital. They do that every time I go to the hospital. They give me the paper and everything. And I sign it. I agree because sometimes it's good medicine that can help you. You know what I mean? And you have to look at it that way. And you should, that's with most vaccines. You know what I mean? You will like to know what it's made of before you take it. That's all. It ain't no harm in that at all. Now switching subjects, Como saying he's sorry. That I believe. Anyway, Como said he's sorry. That I do believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe that with all my heart and soul. He's sorry. But sorry is not enough. He has to go. He's an embarrassment. He must, you know, be held accountable. And he needs to leave with some dignity. You know what I mean? But he has to go. It's time for Como. He had three terms. Nobody's hating on him for his 3 terms. But, a 4th term should not be. You know what I mean? And he should resign right about now due to the scandals that he have. Not even doing with the sexual harassment, but more with the scandal from the nursing homes and this whole scheme that brought it into New York. You know what I'm saying? Saving bodies for the right time, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Now, now they're saying you're gonna need a 3rd vaccine, a booster shot. You know what I mean? It's so sorry to get. It's so sorry. You know what I mean? Now you need a 3rd shot. You know what I mean? It's so sorry to me because you should have only need. Be honest with you, we should have only needed 1 vaccine. You know what I mean? 1 vaccine for everybody if it was so. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with vaccines, but that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? So, you need a 3rd vaccine with it. You know what I mean? You're gonna need that. But it's to get the Johnson and Johnson Bill Gates shot. To me, I don't know why he's backing any vaccine at all because he's not a doctor. He's an anthropologist or whatever you want. He pay people, So I'm still asking why is Bill Gates in our medical field? You know what I mean? And always to me, always have so much to say, which I don't understand with Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? And another question he needs to answer, Bill Gates, is why was he going around the world pushing vaccines prior to COVID-19, especially in Africa? You know what I mean? That's something we have to really investigate on. You want to investigate and talk about Como, but a lot of them have ailments themselves. You know what I mean? And now I see, skipping subject, I see a federal judge has blocked Biden's hold on deportation. Yeah, that's right. A federal judge blocked Joe Biden's hold on deportation. I think his name is Tipton. Tipton. Hate to mess up somebody's name. Tipton. A judge or something. Good job. You know what I mean? This has to be well thought out rather than just, it's good that the judge put an injunction and stopped that. You know what I mean? Put a hold on it. You know what I mean? Because this needs to be well thought out. You know what I mean? No speed decision. Biden is trying to impact our country, you know what I mean, if you ask me, with this in a negative way. It doesn't seem like he truly means well for the Latino people. It seems like he's just doing it in a way to impact our country in a negative way. You know what I mean? We must nip this in the bud. We must nip it in the bud. Facts. You know what I mean? Now they are accusing um, they're accusing uh, Fauci of hugely profiting from allegedly, I should say, it's an alleged that they're saying that that Fauci is benefiting huge profits from the COVID-19 vaccine rollout in the U.S. But I said allegedly because we have no proof of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, from what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is saying, Dr. Fauci, you know what I'm saying, the weasel, you know what I'm saying, has uh, has a financial stake in the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine, which will yield him a huge, nice profit as they are sold. Mr. Kennedy said, saying that Fauci owns half of the patent for the Moderna vaccines, and he will get a royalty fat ass check for that at the price of life though. But that's you know what I'm saying. But no one knows that that's allegedly by Robert F. Kennedy saying that. You know, saying nobody have any proof of that. Fauci disputes it and said that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So we have to go on what they say. But that's a rumor going around allegedly saying that Fauci's profiting from the COVID-19 Moderna vaccines because he owns half the patent. But that's yet to be proven. You know what I'm saying? Now I see Schumer and Kristen both said that they need an independent investigation, and the independent investigation is is essential. Is an essential thing that has to go down. You know what I'm saying? Coleman has, and I was reading earlier how somebody wrote a little saying about Coleman on the Weasley with the one Weasley. It's saying that Coleman has earned his title as the worst governor in America. It's a shame that it had to come to this. You know what I mean? Como should not have did what he did to these people in the nursing homes, and it should have been done the right way. And this would not have opened up the Pandora's box. But I bet you that box is deep. You know what I'm saying? Saying that Como has earned his title as the worst governor in America. And now we have, and well, I guess what they're saying is now we know. Stefan said, I guess the name is Stefanik, you know what I'm saying, said in a statement, Como must immediately resign. And any official who don't call for his resignation is incomplicit, you know, with Como. Facts and point blank. So that means that they probably involved in the scam and the scheme with Como. So they're trying their best to cover Como up. But anytime you have a governor that is, you know, not going to let us know when a deadly disease has overtaken our hospitals and nursing homes, which I don't believe happened, but that's what they say. I'm not here to dispute their findings. I just have a different theory as to how it went down. And that's just my theory, and I'm going to keep it there. But at the same time, even if what they're saying is true, then how would he not tell us when it had long time been here and were wiping out the old folks in the nursing home and the hospitals in long-term care, guess? And people were putting their family members in these hospitals, in these places, a nursing home for long-term care, could have lost their loved ones, you know, by what Como saying that was already in the nursing home for years, but we didn't know about it. And how did it get in? From people going in and out. I guess all of them traveled to Hunau at one time or another, is what he's saying, or however it got in there. But he did not let us know that a deadly disease such as what has this disease has turned out to come to, you know what I mean, and be, why didn't you let us know when it was here, wiping out the nursing home people to the point you have on counted bodies that you brought out when you said, look how bad it is, and you were bringing out bodies out of the hospitals and putting them in trailers and trucks. Such disrespect and unpatrioticness. But you were putting them in trailers and trucks. You know what I mean? And you were saying that these were the people that had got COVID-19. But my question is, how long was you holding on to those bodies in such great number and proportion to where you could bring them out? And then even so, how long were you testing the people before we even knew about it or even knew anything about coronavirus at all? You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot of questions we have based on this investigation, and I think it should go deep. You know what I mean? Or else that means there's a whole lot of cover up that should not be going on up there in New York at that Gracie Mansion. Know what I'm saying? And we need to really do more research into everything today, tomorrow, and every day from here on out. No one can sit around anymore and just depend on word of mouth from the government only. You know what I'm saying? Because we the people, as they say, which probably means something else, but we the people elected, these people with our vote that they will go up there and run business and government for the people.